This video presents how to enrich the holding data of your product. The page to enrich your holding data is the Holding Data tab of the Products subsection of the Admin section. Make sure you are on the holding page of the right product by choosing it in the drop box called Select a Product. First, select the date of the holding data you want to modify, then export your holding data as a CSV by clicking on the corresponding button. You can now open this file on Excel. This file allows you to modify manual properties of holding data, but also to create manually new properties. In our example, we will create a new property called Example Property and give a value to one holding on this date. Once you re-upload your CSV file by clicking on the button called Enrich from CSV, you get this message box. It summarizes every property created in the file and asks you to give structural information about these properties. Select the property you want to deal with by clicking on the New Property drop box. You need to provide two structural information regarding your new property. The first one is the categorical box. You need to assess whether the property you created can be categorized or not. In other words, it means that this category can be clustered into a finite number of buckets, for example regions or currencies. But if your property is a continuous score between 0 and 100, it cannot be categorized because there could be an infinite number of values. The forward fill box allows you to automatically fill, for this property, the last value that was input in a former date. In other words, as long as you don't provide the value for a given date, it will use the last that was provided. Finally, once all the properties' structural information are completed, you can save your enrichment and see your updated data with their new properties in the Holding Data page. In our example, as we chose to forward fill this property, as long as we don't add a new value for the example category of the holding constituent NVIDIA share, it will keep the same value every day. Thank you for watching our short explanatory video regarding holding data features. We trust that you found it helpful and informative. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us.